Joe, what is up, amazing people? Welcome back again to another tutorial. Vicky Melody here, and I have to start with saying that this is actually not the tutorial I was supposed to drop next. I made last year December. I made a tutorial on mastering, like one of the most in-depth mastering tutorial I've ever done. But sadly, I tried to edit it today and I found out that it's corrupt. The files are corrupt. I felt so bad because that was like the most in-depth tutorial I would ever drop. So I felt so bad, but I had to come and record a new tutorial. Now I'm doing a tutorial for, you already saw the name before clicking, how to mix your Afrobeat vocals with FL Studio default plugin. So now this is a song, is my song, the song I just dropped. You could check the channel on the card. I will place the song there. You could just go listen to the original song. I actually mixed the vocals with Cubase. That's where I do my vocals, and I do my beats in FL Studio. But there are some people who have been asking me to show how to do with default plugins in FL. They've been on my Instagram. My Instagram is at Vicky Melody. You could follow me up and drop me messages, and we grow together. So now let's continue without wasting much. Ow! Without wasting much of your time. Okay, so this we are inside the project, and I've loaded the lead vocal and the backup vocals on their own mixer channel. So I'll be working on the lead vocals for now. So since we are using default plugins, I'm going to be using Picture. That's the Autotune for FL Studio. Now Autotune has become like a go-to plugin in Afrobeat. Now, the thing about Autotune is Autotune doesn't necessarily mean the singer is not good. The only time you hear Autotune mess up is if the singer is bad. So you have to train yourself to be a good singer. Don't rely on Autotune to make you sound like Michael Jackson or so. So what Autotune now does is to add a certain flavor that the ear of the audience is now used to. That is one of the reasons why we use Autotune. So I'm using the picture, and you have to get the key correctly. So the key of the song for this one is G sharp major. You could call A flat, depending. So I had to use this to keep the vocal in pitch.
For this life, you have to make the money. Responsibility, you have to make the money. I say for this life,
So now that's the first thing I added. Now the next thing I'm going to add will be compression. Now I think if anyone from FL Studio company is watching, you guys should give us good compressors. We that's one thing FL Studio is lacking. Good compressors, because they have their compressors, they have they suck. I have to be frank. That's why most of us, 99% of us using FL Studio use third party compressors. The only good compressor I could find here is this. Now this other one is you don't even understand what you are doing except you have the ear for it. But naturally, I don't see this as something that I can use, because normally I should be seeing, if you're compressing, you should be seeing your gain reduction meter, everything happening in your face, then you make your right judgment. So but since we are using default plugins, I'll go with the Fruity limiter and switch it to compression. Then my attack will be very fast since it's a vocal. Then I'll bring down my release so it doesn't hold down the vocal all the time. I have a compression video. You could see it on the channel, or I could just paste it somewhere around the card that you could watch after this tutorial. So but just do well to go to the channel. You find videos that will help you understand. So that is just for that. Then I'll be playing the vocal. Then I'll be looking at, normally a professional compressor, let me say it that way, will show you numbers here, -3, so you see how many gain reduction, how much of gain reduction you're having, and you make your decision. But since we are doing this with default plugins, let's just go with what we have. So the ratios normally is between 3 to 4 to 1, anyone. So I'm watching the hints panel to show me, to see what I'm doing. So I'll set my ratio to like near almost to 4. I understand, around there. Then I'll now take down my threshold till I see a reasonable amount of gain reduction.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for this life, yo, you have to make your money. Try to eliminate the supper. You have to make your money. That's why I want to pounds and dollars, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go be ballers, yo. So we go ball till infinity, yo.
Now, what I'm going to do is now to give it some gain, since we are knocking down some volume from the vocal. So
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money.
now I'm going to do a quick before and after so that you will compare and see what we've done.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for this life, yo, you have to make your money. Try to eliminate the supper.
Now we use compression to make the vocal sound in your face, like straight up, so it doesn't sound low and high at some point of the beat, so it doesn't get lost. So after that, I'll be using this is my favorite EQ actually. This, even when I'm working in FL Studio, I'm working on vocals, anything. This is it. This is the best EQ here. I use it 99% of the time. So I'm going to, since it's a default plugin, let's continue with it. So I'm going to do a low cut normally, or you call it a high pass, to take away the low rumbles of the vocal.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo.
I'm going to do some sweeps and find some frequencies that are annoying and take them out so that we'll progress from there.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for this life, yo, you have to make your money. Try to eliminate the supper. You have to make your money. I want to pounds and dollars, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go be ballers, yo. So we go ball till infinity, yo. I want to pounds and dollars, yo. I want to cause activity, yo.
And you always watch, you don't take off like this is a vocal, this is not an instrument. So vocals are very, once you do some big cuts and big boosts, you lose the natural feel of a vocal. And the vocal is something that the ear hears every day of his life. You're walking on the street, so the park, everybody's talking, so the brain already knows what a voice should sound naturally. So when you over effect your vocals, you lose the natural flavor. So that's why it's always safe to stay between 3 dB of gain or reduction, so you don't go past that.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for this life, yo.
Now I'm giving it some presence around the 2K, between the 3K and 4K. That's where a vocal has strength and presence. So I'm giving it there. Then I'm going to give it like a high shelf to brighten the vocal a little bit.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for
So a quick before and after the EQ. So I'm going to do that.
For this life, yo, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpo. You have to make your money. I say for this life, yo.
The vocal now has some presence and is now kind of clean. So the vocal is already sounding good. The microphone is a good microphone, but had it been you recorded with some kind of harsh microphones, then we could be doing more of frequency cuts, looking for those places that has errors and the rest of that. You understand? So moving on to the next thing. Now what I want to add in this particular vocal now, I think I should add, I'm doing this right now, like I have not done it like before. I'm just listening as the tutorial is going and listening for stuff. Now since we are doing only what is it called, since we are doing just default plugin, it's going to be very difficult to make my decisions quickly, like since I'm doing it in a tutorial. But normally I have to take my time, like spend hours, sometimes in a space of 2 days, doing mixing a particular song. So if you have at this moment, if you have your mixes that you have that you want me to mix and master for you, you could slide my numbers are on the screen right now. You could just contact me, and or you see me on Instagram anywhere, and we talk, and I'll get it done for you no matter where you are in the world. Afrobeat is the number one stuff right now, so get it done. So I think I would like to add some saturation, or you call it distortion, anything. But at this point, I think my go-to saturation plugin for here is Sound Goodizer. That boy is good, like, and simple to use, just straightforward. It just has 4 bands and a knob where you just mix it down to test. So I'll check the 4 bands, the ones that sound good on the vocal. Then we'll now make our decision.
For this life, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpa. You have to make your money.
I think I like the C, even though it's a little, it makes the vocal a little bit more greedy, but I'm going to blend it down so that the reason why I am adding saturation is so that the vocal can compete with anything. Even when there is a row, the vocal is not lost. Even when there is a heavy bass, the vocal is always competing, because every sound in your mix is trying to outshine the other. So what the job of a producer to do is to balance everything and give them their own space. So now I'm going to now blend it down so that you sound right for me, or to me.
For this life, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpa. You have to make your money. I say for this life, you have to make your money. Try to eliminate the sapa. You have to make your money. That's why I want to bounce and dollars, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys could be.
Please, FL Studio, where is your DSR? Oh, like right now, I'm kind of lost. I don't even know how to get a DSR to DS this guy. Seriously, like, come on, how come you guys don't have a DSR? Unless I'll be using multi-band compression. I think it just came to my mind now that I could use this to DS, but normally this is not how it's supposed to be, man. It's not. There should be a particular DS. That I think FL Studio made this DAW just for beat makers, majorly. Understand? So that's why I use it for my beat and use Cubase for my vocals and the rest of that. Check some if there is a DSM whatever preset. I think I have to do this manually now and find it. So I think I'll be making do with this one, although this is not how it's supposed to be, but I'm just using the multi-band compressor, then using the high band to just take down some of the high S's and T's. You understand?
For this life, you have to make your money. Responsibility, yakpa. You have to make your money. I say for this life, you have to make your money. Try to eliminate the sapa.
Although that's FL Studio. So let's continue. After this guy, I think I'm pretty satisfied with what the vocal is doing. I just go straight to add my effect. Now I have my send effects, and I use the Fruity Delay 3. Fruity Delay 3, and I sent it to the fourths. The time is 4. Then I send my vocal to the delay and then blend it together. Let me just play it and see how it sounds. I think I should play a different section of the song at this point, so we'll have a different feel.
If you get money, they go call you Odogu. If you no get, they go call you Oluku. You won't face, they go call you Ojuju. No reason now, man, just stop your hustle. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now who get money, they important. Yeah. That's what.
Just let to them. I think I'll take down the feedback the level of the feedback. I wouldn't want it to always stay. It's going to like muddy up the whole stuff. Understand? Then I think at this point I should add an EQ. Normally, waves, delays and stuff, they have like their own direct EQ where you could just shape your delay instantly. But I don't really know how FL Studio on works. I'm just going to the next way you could do it is just to add an EQ inside your after your reverb, after your delay, so you could just do some shaping and cut off the lows, so you wouldn't want the lows to delay.
If you get money, they go call you Odogu. If you no get, they go call you Oloku.
So on the reverb effect, I'm going to add the fruity reverb, take off some of the lows, remove the dry, and make it 100% wet. Since I'm going to be using it as a send. Had it been I was using it as an insert, I'll use this to blend it, but so I'm going to send it and find my sweet spot.
If you get money, they go call you Odogu. If you no get, they go call you Oloku. You won't face, they go call you Ojuju. No reason now, man, just stop your hustle. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Now who get money, they important, yo. Yeah. That's what I put.
So what I'm going to do at this point, I'll solo the lead vocal. Now at this point, I want my delay to also have a little bit of reverb to it. So what I'm going to do is I'll come to my delay here and I will activate the reverb on it, so that after the delay comes, then on the delayed vocal there will be a little bit of spice of reverb, but I'm going to take it down so it won't be noticeable. Understand? Just take it down. So
If you get money, they go call you Odogu. If you no get, they go call you Oloku. You won't face, they go call you Ojuju. No reason now, man, just stop your hustle. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now who get money, they important, yo. Yeah. That's what I put up, I was so caranya. I want to bounce $100, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go people
yo, so what I'm going to do at this point for the backup vocals, I will just copy down everything and send it to my backup vocal. What I'm going to do is to right click, go to file, save mixer track as, but I'm not going to click it. I'm going to click it and hold and drag it to my backup vocal, so that all the effects will now come in. Then I will, it even renamed it for me. So what I'm going to do is to now maybe give it a different name and a different color, then give it its own delay and its own reverb.
Oh yeah, I want to bounce $100, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go be ballers, yo.
So I'm going to bring and blend it together with the lead vocal.
Infinity, yo. Hey, I want to bounce $100, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go be ballers, yo. Shall we go?
So now that's like this.
Infinity, yo. Hey, I want to bounce $100, yo. I want to cause activity, yo. All of my guys go be ballers, yo. Shall we go bottle infinity, yo? Yeah.
So now that's the song. So try to stream the song, and on the description you see the audio mark link to my profile where you could see other songs that I've done. So I need your support. Just stream it so I will get more numbers and more views. That's the only way I gain from dishing out free stuff. Now if you guys want me, a lot of you have been asking me for vocal mixing presets, so I think I'm gonna do that very soon when I'm free, but it's gonna cost it's not cost more than $3. It's not gonna cost $2 to $3, around that. Is very cheap, you understand? So if you guys want me to do that, just comment it on the section so that I'll be motivated to get it out and put it out for you guys. So stay creative and see you guys on the next video according to whatever you request down here. So Vicky Melody, you guys know what to do. Share, comment, do whatever you like. It's your own button, it's not mine, you understand? Just press anything you want to press, but always click the subscribe and like, because that is the way you help the channel to get to other people, and in return I get motivated to drop more lessons. And I'm talking too much. Bye bye, Joe.